Happy Friday, everybody. My work week is officially over for this week, which is exciting. It's been a long week of welding, building, rebuilding, rewelding. Just a long work week. But just want to get on here. I do apologize for it'll be a little longer than the average video, but just excuse me. Just want to make a couple of updates with y'all. So I have actually rebuilt all my Axis 5mm 300 spine 29-inch arrows. So I was running the AE Max Stealths, just standard fletch with a nocturnal lighted nock. I like to hunt with them just for myself, I guess confidence, just so I can I see my arrow at impact. Gives me an idea of if I get on video where I've hit my impact spot. But what I did is I took my original arrow, which was, like I said, the Stealth Max vanes, the nocturnal lighted nock, which put me at 479.9 grains. And my buddy SG Holmes on here made his hunting arrow build this year and happened to shoot the tack vanes, 2.75 drivers. I had these probably sitting in my archery box for a couple years now, and his video made me be like, man, I wonder if I kept them. I used them at a shoot, just a local shoot. Got told they were trash. Never used them, although they served Levi Morgan pretty well. I mean, can't really knock his archery skills, but I just kind of let it go. Got talked into the AE Max Stealths. They're great fletchings, but the one thing I loved about switching to these tack vanes, which I have here, and this is actually the new Halo nock. This is the brand new nock. Love it. It's actually a lot easier to turn off than the nocturnals is, but I believe this is 9 grains lighter alone than the nocturnal nock, and combined weight with my lighted nock, 100 grain head, looking at went from 479 to 463.9. So I'm shooting a lot closer and more in the weight I wanted to hunt with this year without actually buying new arrows and going to a lighter grain per inch. So if I shoot my standard Easton nock with these tack drivers, I'm looking at 451.9 grains, which is, it's a moving arrow. And the little property I have to hunt this year, I won't even get like 45, maybe 50 yards max is about what I can shoot on this. It's just a 7-acre small piece of little timber. And so I'm pretty excited about that, and still working on getting my bow sighted. And we've had some lousy weather this week, real high winds, and it was just a little hard to get out in between the weather. Kids started school this week, so yeah, still working, still playing with the Ultra View. But I actually had I put an order in, came in actually today while I was at work. So it's actually a 2-part order. So got me a John Dudley Nock-On purchase, Nock-On archery, which is actually something I was pretty excited about. I've re-injured an old injury in my hand and my wrist at work, and I'm kind of struggling. It's been a lot of pressure with using my thumb button. It's like, just I don't know what I did. Can't really take time off to miss work. So what I did here is I purchased the Nock-On BOA wrist strap, and it's actually a 2-part purchase. One is for my son. He actually just got his first bow a couple weekends ago, and we're not big fans of the leather straps, which is one reason I went away from shooting a wrist strap. Was I'm not a fan of the leather. But this right here is the BOA system. It's the Nock-On wrist strap, which is pretty cool. I love it. It's supposed to fit. I got like a large, so it's supposed to fit a like 6 to like a 9-inch wrist, which honestly I think it's gonna work for me. It's actually pretty nice. You just do the little push the button, closes on your wrist, get it set where you want it. So this was also an idea for my son because I bought him the Scott. I believe it's it's basically like the youth release, and right here is this is what I was really excited for, coming in the mail today. I was looking at I was watching my deliveries on tracking my deliveries pretty religiously. So this here is a release that I've wanted. I had a while ago, and got rid of it, but I went with the Carter Like Mike 2. Got the new, basically like you're shooting your back tension, so you can just sit there and just squeeze that back. So it's a release I wanted to go back to, but I don't like the actual. I don't like the leather buckle. It's either, I've always had a problem was I'd get to where it fit good shooting, spring and summer, and then I'd go hit, late season shooting back home I'm from the Midwest, so I'm an Illinois boy, relocated to Indiana, but hunting in the late season, I'd eventually have to put a glove on. I mean, it just would get brutal. So my thought process was, I still wanted to shoot like I was shooting back then, because I'm learning. I'm not a professional by any means, so I'm still struggling with doing that. Just squeezing that shoulder blade, letting that release go. I tend to get a little punch, but I said I'm shot. I've had this. This is my Just Because. I've had this for the last 4, maybe 5 years. Love this thing. I had the Wise Choice. I lost one of my Wise Choices at a 3D shoot. It fell out of my body. I couldn't even tell you where it was at. And the other Wise Choice I had, I did lose while hunting, and this was the backup I had in my tree harness. My hunter safety system has I got the ones that kind of the deep pockets in it, and I kept this in there, and this has been my release. I haven't lost it. I've dropped it, thank God. I found that bright blue at the base of the tree, but yeah. So it's, and like I said, and then I kind of been tinkering with this. I've had this Black Gold Ascent. As you can tell, I've hunted with it a lot. It literally made it 2 months, and then I switched when the Fast Eddie XL double pin came out. So it literally still has the wrapper from when I opened out the package. I bought the little light kit with it, and it is like the slider. But I mean, with just having like a 45 yard shot, I've been half tempted. Just my workload's been we're getting to where we can barely move with the amount of work we have. We're just building up, but I've been contemplating going back to this just because like I said, the property I'm hunting, it's not very big. It's just, I mean, if I get a 40 plus yard shot, it'll be an absolute giant. Like, and there's some really big bucks that are moving around here, but yeah, I'm very excited. I'm still like this. Not by no means. I don't have any zero sponsorship. Like, I have no affiliations with companies. I just see gear and I'm like, oh, I want to try that. But this Ultra View button, I definitely kind of needed the large. I know when they kind of referenced it, I mean, I got pretty big bear paw frying pan size hands, and I pinch really bad where where the neck's kind of cut out. So for me, it's like to get my fingers to sit, I'm struggling a little bit, like I said, with I just, something popped in my wrist and kind of right here in my forearm. It's just something I've dealt with for years, and I kind of subconsciously all summer been making the thought of going back to index, and I was like, I've been looking at getting, like I had the original Like Mike, not the 2, because but I've had that on my mind for the last few years of wanting to make the punch to get it. But I know that John Dudley has the back tension, but I just think that, I mean, it's pretty cool. I like that it's a BOA system, and I wanted to give it a try. And I know I gotta make a couple adjustments with my peep sight and kind of readjusting some things, but I'm just excited for this year. Actually, the landowner that gave me permission to hunt just sent me a text with it looks probably like video of some deer. He's got more and more coyotes popping up, and I'm gonna be doing some coyote hunting this year just to help. We got a doe with 2 fawns that just showed up a week ago, and I got video and pictures of the coyotes just harassing them. I had a fawn come running through, and not even a minute later on the camera bust open, there's 3 coyotes just same direction, and then fawn running this way, coyotes right. So I want to get in there and get some coyotes taken out for them, but it's going to be an awesome year. And I got my last package for Severs. I stuck with the titanium. I went 1.5 inches. I know they got bigger cuts, but I actually took one of these to work, and I've shot them it's 20, I mean, not very far distance, but yeah, these are the titanium 1.5 inch cut. They're a great head. There's pros and cons to fixed blades, mechanicals, but I actually took it and measured it at work. So it'll give me a little over a 2-inch cut, which I'm good with. That's 2 inches of trauma just going through the deer. Like, hit that golden triangle, that's 2 inches of trauma. And I'm excited to see, I know it's got the swing blade technology. A lot of people are, they're completely against it, or they're for it. I've never used a broadhead that has that technology. So I'm just excited to use them. Like I said, I just kind of been doing, I know we're in August, I got October, I have the opportunity to hunt a property. It's the deer reduction zone, so it's September 15th that opens for us here in Indiana, but I doubt I'm gonna probably get out till October. And then my other last upgrade is gonna be my bino harness. I got the Leupold that came with the binos I got, and I just kind of want to get the Pro Series, just a little nicer, and I mean, my binos sit in there real well. I use that for my rangefinder right now, but I did pick up a marsupial little tether for my rangefinder, so I'll hook that onto my bino harness and my rangefinder here once I get it set up. But I'm just excited. I got some new stuff to try, and like I said, it's one thing I've always loved about archery is there's so much gear to try and so much stuff to do. But hopefully, like by this weekend, I'll have everything dialed in, bow completely done tinkering with, at least till deer season's over, and then come back to winter for indoor. I'll probably end up making a couple more changes, more like on the stabilizer side. I'm still rocking my 2020 VXR 31.5. I just kind of like really no reason for me to change it out. It hits hard, it's quiet, it's fast. I think somewhere I'll be around, I'm gonna recalculate my feet per second. I don't do the whole, all I'm basically running is the standard hit insert. I really couldn't even tell you what it weighs. And I bought the actual Easton, like the field tips. I had the package somewhere, but I've been using them, and they fly really well. The Eastons, shot them growing up, the Game Getters, the old aluminum arrows, and then I had ACCs for 1 year, gave them to a buddy. But yeah, I'm very excited, and like I said, I love bow hunting. I got one other big announcement. I've not actually unboxed any of it, but I made a hunting choice decision, or a hunting decision this year, to where I'm gonna quit lugging my actual stand in on public ground, and I am gonna go. I'm going to the saddle. I got a complete saddle system over. My wife bought me the saddle, the platform. I bought the sticks, and I bought a few of the upgrades. I got a couple. Was it King the Don or whatever they are, the Kongs, just to make it a little more enjoyable, instead of having to stand up, release, tighten. So I'm putting one lock on this little piece of property here in the next couple weeks. I'm gonna run one more camera. I kind of want to see, I have like a north to south, pretty much where the deer are coming from the ag field to this little property I have to hunt. I got where they're coming in and out, but I'm trying to put one secondary camera up just to see where they're going or exactly coming from. I got it's an old pig pen. It's an old little farmstead. A guy who had chickens, pigs, goat. So there's an old little pig stall in there that I'm going to use as a ground blind. Next year, my son will for sure be bow hunting there with me, but I'm just going to stick it in there and put my camera kind of where it's pretty much using that trail where, I've seen deer tracks. I know they got to use it, but he'll give me like 20-yard max from just sitting in there if I can get away with it. But like I said, I let the cat out of the bag. I got a saddle system. I did end up making the choice. I went to the 10-inch. I got the AE Mountain, like the carbon bars. So I got 10 in the front, 6 in the back. I'm running. Just left them at the standard weights, and still got my HJ Tetra Rise base, and then I switched it out for the UV scope, which is very nice. I do like it, but just with the more I'm working, and just with welding and twisting, it's just whatever I did. It's kind of like right there on my arm and right in my wrist. So this was my next best option, and I like that you can pretty much get like 11-pound, just a heavy trigger with it, so I can just squeeze and let her go. So this is what I'm getting ready to play with. Also, I bought this a few years ago, a little knock-on release aid to mess with. But I appreciate y'all for, if you do stick around and watch it, and just give me a thumbs up, hit that bell and subscribe, and thank you all for choosing to watch my content. And this year it's getting a little better. I'm trying to push more out there, and yeah, I'm hoping to get, rumor is it's at least as of last year, there's a 180 and somewhere in a mid 160s buck that's huntable on what I have permission to hunt. So I'm excited to see if I get my eyes laid on them. Unfortunately, the day I hunted it last year, a neighbor actually told me he was out there, but never came within anywhere close, or even I didn't even see him come anywhere in on property. So this year is going to be an exciting year. We'll be hitting some state land up. Like I said, I got a little 7 acres to hunt. So I'm excited. Like I said, I'm kind of in between. I'm either just going to go throw that 3-pin on just because of the fact I'm not going to really have much distance for shooting, or if I can for sure get my my HHA sighted in this weekend. Like, it's just going to stay on my bow. But like I said, I'm excited for this year. I feel like there's going to be a lot of good stuff. Hunting season is going to be awesome. And like I said, I just want to thank you all for sticking around, taking the time to watch my content, and I hope you all are enjoying it. Like I said, just, like, follow, subscribe. That would probably be follow, would be subscribe. But y'all have a great weekend. If I happen to get out and get to do any bow shooting, I got a tripod that should be here tomorrow or Sunday. So I will be able to get some video, just some time with my bow. So y'all have a great one. Again, sorry it's a little on the long side, but like I said, there's just awesome things happening. Oh, and one other thing I did. Oh, here's my box here. I got one other thing from Lancaster, which I was actually been wanting for a long time. I'm slowly trying to build up my own little, kind of like my own little archery setup deal at my house. But we have a Pine Ridge arrow spinner inspector, which I'm excited about. Be able to spin test my arrows once I get the broadheads put on them. So super excited about that. I got one gear piece closer to having a kind of a little at-home bow shop. Like I said, digging the tacks. I'm gonna stick with them. I think combined it was like 12 point something grains put on for my vanes instead of the 27 point. I think it was 27.6 or 27.9 that the Stealth Max gave me. So, but y'all, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, I'll get my I should probably get my release put together and kind of play around with it. But y'all take care and have a great weekend.